Good morning. It's Ada Sparks here with a word of hope. It's Easter week, so aren't we all just kind of taking a closer look at the Easter story? This morning, as I was reading over it, I noticed something that I had never, really paid attention to before. When Mary Magdalene ran to the tomb that morning and she was, checking on the body of Jesus. You know, there had been so many rumors and so many speculations of what was going to happen. They had put guards around the tomb to guard the body to be sure that the disciples did not steal it away. And she discovered the stone had been rolled away. And she immediately assumed that the body had been stolen. So we know in Scripture it tells us that she ran to get the other disciples and tell them what had happened. And then they ran to tell the other disciples, and there she was, and she was just a hot mess. And she was crying, and she was so upset. And the Scripture tells us that a gardener showed up. Well, we know that the gardener was actually Jesus. And she was crying, and she was just, I can just imagine this scene, because I know that sometimes we get like this, like our thoughts are just swirling and swirling. We're just like, I can't believe this happened, and that happened, and this happened, and this happened, and that happened, this happened, and our minds are just going and going and going and going and going. And this gardener walks by, and he says, why are you crying? What's going on? What are you looking for? Who are you looking for? And he has this conversation with her. He reaches out to her in this moment of distress, and she immediately accuses him. She says, have you taken the body? Did you take it? Did you steal it? Are you the one who took the body? And he looks at her so calmly and he says, Mary. And in that moment, she knew it was Jesus. She says, Rabbi, teacher. I had never seen that before. And it makes me think of all the moments in my own life when things were just swirling out of control. And I felt so panicked, so upset. Things were not as they had been promised. Things were not the way I thought God was going to work it out. What was my first reaction? To blame. Don't we sometimes blame God? Are you the one? Are you the one that messed us up? Are you the one that took away my promise? Are you the one that, didn't let things fall into place? I thought you were going to do this. I thought everything was going to happen this way. And Jesus sometimes just has to call me by name, like, Ada, hey, told you I was coming back. Here I am. And then I begin to settle down and realize he keeps his promises. It might not look like the way I think he's going to. It might not fall out the way I think it's going to happen. But in the end, it's so much bigger, so much better. And I'll get through that moment of panic. Be wise. It's just like the Easter story. There's something great happening. Don't be afraid.